Mardin Dara, a forgotten fortress of Mesopotamia. In the southeast of Turkey, where the ancient lands of Mesopotamia meet the golden plains of Anatolia, there lies a forgotten treasure. Just 30 kilometers from the mystical city of Mardin, nestled among rocky hills and open fields, sits one of the most remarkable yet underappreciated ancient cities of the world. Dara Ancient City, though it stands quietly under the scorching sun, shrouded in mystery and silence, Dara once echoed with the power of armies, the bustle of trade, and the prayers of ancient souls. Dara was not built in haste. It was carved, constructed, and fortified with purpose to become a mighty military base of the Byzantine Empire. It was founded in the late 5th century during the reign of Emperor Anastasius III as a bulwark against the constant threat of the Sassanid Empire of Persia. At that time, the eastern frontier of Byzantium was a fragile and contested line. From these very lands, empires rose and fell, and Dara was placed right at the heart of this imperial struggle. The city quickly became more than a military garrison. Its walls grew higher, its underground chambers deeper, and its people more diverse. Strategically important, Dara evolved into a living, breathing city, a rare blend of martial strength and civilian life. With grand gates, arched bridges, and a massive fortified wall that once stretched nearly 4 kilometers, Dara stood as a proud sentinel of the Eastern Empire. One of the most astonishing features of Dara is its ingenious water system. The engineers of the time designed an underground aqueduct and cistern complex that rivaled the most advanced hydraulic systems of the ancient world. Rainwater and stream flows were directed through carved tunnels and stored in massive reservoirs beneath the city. These cisterns, some towering like cathedrals underground, ensured that Dara could withstand long sieges without running dry. Walking through these cavernous spaces today, one is struck by the sheer scale and intelligence of ancient engineering. But Dara's marvels do not end with its military genius. Just outside the city's main complex lies its most haunting and poetic structure, the necropolis, also known as the City of the Dead. Carved into the soft limestone hills, the necropolis is an expansive burial complex filled with rock-cut tombs, sarcophagi, and catacombs, some multi-level and interconnected. These tombs, built in various shapes and sizes, reflect both Byzantine and early Christian influences, with crosses and inscriptions etched into stone. Some chambers likely held entire families or high-ranking officials. To walk among them is to feel the presence of the past, a deep spiritual energy that whispers of lives once lived and honored. Every corner of Dara holds a piece of untold history, columns half buried in the earth, stone basins worn by centuries of wind and water, and walls still standing tall despite the weight of time. The layout of the city is methodical, almost modern, with planned streets, residential quarters, public squares, and even evidence of what may have been marketplaces. It's a city that was not just built to defend, but to live in, to thrive in, and to last. And yet Dara did not escape the destiny of most ancient cities. After centuries of glory, it slowly fell into obscurity. As the power of the Byzantine Empire declined and the political tides shifted in the region, Dara was eventually abandoned, its stones left to the wind, its name fading from maps and memory. For many centuries, Dara lay buried beneath layers of soil and silence, visited only by shepherds and forgotten by the world. It wasn't until recent decades that systematic archaeological excavations began to rediscover the vast complexity of the city. What was once thought to be a simple frontier outpost turned out to be one of the most advanced urban centers of late antiquity. Today, only a fraction of Dara has been fully excavated. Much of its ancient streets, chambers, and fortifications remain hidden beneath the earth, waiting to be revealed. Turkish Ministry of Culture and Tourism, alongside archaeologists and local experts, continue to bring its secrets back into the light. As work continues, each discovery, whether a carved inscription, a new chamber, or a shard of pottery, adds another verse to Dara's growing legend. Despite its rich history, Dara is still relatively unknown, even among travelers to Mardin. But perhaps that's what makes it so special. Unlike more crowded sites like Ephesus or Troy, Dara remains largely untouched. It offers a raw, authentic encounter with the past. Here there are no crowds, just the sound of the wind brushing over stone, the echo of your footsteps in ancient tunnels, and the silent watch of weathered ruins. Walking through Dara is not just a journey through history, it's a walk through a living memory. The city still breathes through its stones, it still remembers its builders, its warriors, its children, and its dead. Each ruin is a line from an epic written in stone, each chamber a page in a book time tried to bury. And so, Dara Antik Kenti stands, timeless, enduring, mysterious. A city built on the edge of empire, designed with brilliance, abandoned to the earth, and now slowly waking up again. It reminds us that history is never truly gone. It simply sleeps, waiting for us to listen, to look, and to remember. This is Dara, not just a forgotten city, but a monument to the resilience of civilization, a silent chronicle of war and peace, faith and power, life and death. Its stones speak not just of a time long past, but of the enduring spirit of humanity.
Strategic significance and military architecture. Dara's establishment in 500 AD by Emperor Anastasius I was a direct response to the Byzantine Empire's need for a fortified position against the Sassanid Persians. Situated approximately 18 kilometers west of Nisibis and just 5 kilometers from the Persian border, Dara served as a critical military base and a deterrent against invasions. The city's fortifications were initially constructed hastily, leading to structural weaknesses. Recognizing this, Emperor Justinian I later reinforced the walls, doubling their height to about 20 meters and adding 3-story towers approximately 35 meters high. A moat filled with water was also introduced to bolster the city's defenses. Advanced water management systems. One of Dara's most remarkable features was its sophisticated water management. Engineers diverted the nearby Cords River through the city via a canal, ensuring a steady water supply. An underground channel extended 65 kilometers north, allowing the city to deny water to besieging forces. To prevent flooding, an elaborate arch dam, among the earliest known of its kind, was constructed. Religious and cultural aspects. Dara was not only a military hub but also a center of religious significance. Emperor Justinian I commissioned the construction of 2 new churches, the Great Church and another dedicated to Saint Bartholomew. These structures highlight the city's role in the spread of Christianity in the region. Later historical events. Dara witnessed several significant events in its later history. In 573, the city was besieged and captured by the Sasanian king Khosrau I after a 4-month siege. It was later returned to the Byzantines following a treaty in 191. However, in 604 and 605, Khosrau II recaptured Dara after a 9-month siege. The city was finally taken by Arab Muslims in 639, leading to its decline and eventual abandonment. Modern rediscovery and archaeological efforts. Today, Dara is located near the village of Oguz in Mardin province, Turkey. Archaeological excavations have unearthed various structures, including a prison, warehouses, rock-cut dwellings, large cisterns, an arsenal, a bridge, and fortifications. The underground necropolis, excavated since 2009, contains the remains of over 1,000 individuals, including Roman soldiers who perished in battles around the city.